So I have another doctor's appointment next week. And trying to make this appointment for quite a while, so I am happy to finally get this appointment done. But my problem is I don't have enough cans to pay for the fuel. So I do have 6 bags smashed, 6.5 if you count that one. And then I have a few here that need to get smashed. I will definitely be smashing them tonight. That should finish off that bag, and that'll give me 7 bags. And figure that there's 7 pounds in each bag average. So it'll be still about 30 pounds shy of what I need to be able to pay for the fuel to get to Anchorage. I won't have the ability to collect that many cans, but this will make a dent in that gas bill at least and help me out. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'll load up some aluminum, try to see how much aluminum I can get cleaned up, and try to scrounge up a little bit more brass and take that in, and that'll definitely pay for the fuel. Just need to collect up a little bit more, maybe even find some copper laying around this property somewhere and get rid of it. Get rid of some of my junk, get rid of the piles, and pay for my fuel to get to Anchorage for the doctor's appointment. If I'm really lucky, I can pay my copay with recycling too. But that's only if I'm really, really lucky and find enough copper or brass to get that done. Otherwise, you just have to deal with it later. And I do believe I'll just use that bat to keep the rocks out of the cans while I'm smashing. I'll just dump them on that. Should work out really well. Get me a pair of gloves and get to work. So here we go. I'm going to do some of the aluminum can 2-step. And I am wearing my mud boots because I just took care of the chickens. This is from a nice lady at work. She likes Pepsi, and she gives me all of her cans. I find them after work underneath my pickup truck. And just like finding a penny on the ground, every time I see a bag of cans underneath my truck, puts a smile on my face. That just lets me know somebody else is thinking of me and they care about me. It's always cool to have friends and to know that people care about you. It's so cool, you know. Take the time to save their cans for you. So, you can't help but smile when people are that generous and nice to you. You can't help but try to be nice to other people and be nice to them for sure, you know, but also pass it on to the next person that looks like they're having a bad day. Try to make them smile. Try to do something to make them smile. That's what I do. It all comes back around. No, we don't need that leaf in there. It is fall. It's only about 40, 45 degrees. It's only about 45 degrees outside right now. It's perfect for doing this. There you go. My grabber's not grabbing. It's a slickery can. There we go. We got her. Finally. Alright. Well, see, that didn't take very long. I just got a few more bags to go. So, yep, that finished off that bag right there. That's the latest edition. Got that bag finished off. That gives me 7 total bags. And I estimate 7 pounds a bag, so 49 pounds. Let's just call it 50 pounds of cans. I need about 80 pounds, 88 pounds. Usually pays for the fuel. 30 more pounds to go. I know I have one lady that she says she keeps forgetting to bring them in, but she has three small trash bags for me, so that'll be a little bit. Usually 3 small trash bags, 3 kitchen trash bags, or like 13-gallon trash bags. Usually that equals about a half of a bag, maybe a little bit more. Another lady said she had a bag for me, so that usually works out pretty good. Her bags are usually the black outdoor trash bags, so they're pretty nice bags, and they're pretty full. Half smashed cans, not totally smashed, but they're kind of half smashed. So there's a little bit extra in there. So maybe if those people bring it in before Friday, I'll be able to add at least 7 more pounds to it, and we'll be at 57 pounds, which just adds a little bit more to it. And then I do have aluminum that's already cleaned up and ready to go. I just have to see if I can find some brass and copper. Make it worth my while. And I have one more idea where I might be able to stop and pick up some more cans this weekend, hopefully. Maybe even a couple pieces of scrap aluminum. We'll see. We'll see if that pans out. Be nice if I could get those props done this time, but I don't think I'm going to get to that. I was able to come over to a friend's shop and use his press, hydraulic chop press, to get those brass bearings, or whatever you want to call them, out of the propellers so that I could get a better price on the aluminum and the brass. So rather than just getting 13 cents a pound for all of it together, I can now get 40 cents a pound for the aluminum, and the brass will bring me right around between $1.85 and $1.95 a pound. So I know there's not a whole lot of weight there, but that's a huge difference between 13 cents and what I'm actually going to get. And it was extremely nice of him to allow me to come and do this and use his equipment, because if I were to have to buy this, there's no way I'd ever be able to recoup the money it cost me to pay for one of these with the little amount of work that it would do for me. So here we go. I'm starting to load up my truck to head to town. And these first 3 buckets that we're doing is going to be the brass that I'm taking in. 2 5-gallon buckets and then 1 liter jug. Now the grand total on my scale is 124 pounds of brass. And then coming up next is going to be the aluminum. And a few different ways. I wasn't sure exactly how they were going to do it, so I just kind of separated it out as best as I could. And the aluminum I came up with cast 31 pounds, wheel 17 pounds, and sheet was 14 pounds. And now on to the aluminum cans. And my scale said 62 pounds of aluminum cans out of those 7 bags of cans that I had all smashed up. Just a quick overview of each of the bags and how much each one of them weighed, so you get an idea of about how they average out. Usually 7 pounds is a good average. Usually have a little bit extra, so that's just a little bit more that isn't accounted for. So it makes my numbers just a little bit better. So the buckets are brass, aluminum cans, scrap aluminum. That's what I have available to go with me this time. I won't be able to take the brass that I collected yesterday at the gun range because I wasn't able to sort through it. That'll take me a little while. Get all the rim fires out of there, so I can't take it in, but I will give you a weights on all of this once I get inside and add it up. I just put it on the scales, took pictures, I'll add it up at the end. And so here we go. This is the numbers that they came up with. Yellow brass, I had 121 pounds, or I said I had 124, so that's really close. Not too worried about that difference. They were paying $1.95 a pound for that yellow brass, so that was $235.95. The next one is the aluminum cans, and they're saying I had 58 pounds. And I said I had 62 pounds. Again, numbers are close enough not to argue or worry about. They were paying 30 cents a pound for $17.40. Not enough to pay for the fuel, but this whole ticket together obviously paid more than the fuel. And now on the aluminum, that's really going to be different because how they separate things was different from how I separated and weighed everything. So I'm just going to give you what they said I had for weight. Aluminum sheet, 31 pounds, 40 cents a pound for $12.40. The one single aluminum wheel that I had, 17 pounds. They paid 50 cents a pound for that. That was $8.50. And then aluminum clip, MLC, 14 pounds of that. 45 cents a pound is what they were paying. So $6.30. All said, the whole ticket came up to $280.55. That's not too bad for just recycling metal that most of it I picked up either off the ground, out of the trash, or was gift to me. So not bad at all. That's pays for my fuel to get to town, pays for my doctor's visit, and leave me a little bit of cash to help pay for other hospital bills. I would like to get to the point where I was able to put that money into savings and maybe put it towards a down payment on a Sprinter van, but I don't know that that's going to happen. And now when I say I would like to be able to have that money set aside to buy a Sprinter van, I don't mean one of them nice ones, that $150,000 Sprinter vans. I'd like to just be able to buy a van and be able to throw a mattress in the back, do some traveling around Alaska on the cheap as I possibly could. Just because the way it is now, I can drive my truck around, but that's uncomfortable to sleep in. And if you've ever looked into hotel rooms or bed and breakfasts in Alaska, they want $200+ a night to stay. And I just can't afford that. I wouldn't be able to do any traveling that way. But if I had a van where I could just sleep in the back, take the puppy dogs with me and stuff, then we could go for a weekend, have some fun, and live on the cheap. And I could afford to do that. And I'd be able to travel a whole lot more and see a whole lot more of Alaska than when I first moved up here. That's what I wanted to do. And life took over, and I haven't been able to do it. I say it's high time that stuff starts happening more and more. And I worry less about just going to work every day. It's time to start having some fun with what I have left. Anyway, enough of that. I'm thankful that you made it this far, and I would just like to thank each and every one of you for sticking around. I hope you enjoyed my recycling videos. I enjoyed it. I did just come back from the range. I mentioned that in this video. Hopefully that video will be coming out towards this weekend. Anyway, thank you for watching this edition of Not So Remote Alaska. And until next time, may God bless and keep each and every one of you. And with that, I am out.